Hello and welcome to the Little Blessed Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Jenna and I am a homeschool mom to two girls, Lily who is 9 and Lucy who is 4. We have been homeschooling we're going into our 3rd year of homeschooling, and I'm pretty excited for this new year because I finally feel like I have a grasp on this whole homeschooling thing. I feel like we've ironed out all the kinks over the last 2 years. I feel like I picked really good curriculum this year and I added some things of my own once I got more confident. I just feel like this is finally going to be the year that we actually have everything ironed out and it'll run very smoothly. I'm hoping. So we'll see. And I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm really confident that we're going to have a good year this year. So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about preschoolers. So my youngest daughter, Lucy, just turned 4. Last year, she wanted to do school like her big sister. So we did do a little bit of school. I did buy a curriculum for preschoolers, and it was actually an older version from The Good and the Beautiful that they were discontinuing, and I had bought it the summer before, and I was like, I didn't really have any high expectations of her doing the work. And we did maybe 2 to 3 times a week in the very beginning for about 6 months. And then after that, it was kind of very sporadic on when we did it just because she lost interest pretty quickly. But this year we are officially starting preschool. So she will be officially doing more structured, work. And, one thing about preschoolers is the best way for them to learn is to learn through play. And so here's a little snippet, I guess, of what I have planned for her this year. So I bought, if you saw my previous video on the preschool curriculum, I go more into depth on what I specifically bought if you want to go back and watch that. But just to tell you, I did buy the preschool curriculum from The Good and the Beautiful. And we are going to be doing one lesson on Mondays and another lesson on Wednesday from that curriculum. And that's pretty much all she's going to do a week with that curriculum. And then on Tuesdays, we are going to play. I bought, which I will show you here in a minute, I bought a bunch of preschool learning games on Amazon. And I actually have a lot more that I want to purchase, but that adds up. So I'm purchasing as I go more, but I do have a couple here that I did already purchase. I can't wait to, implement. We did look through them and we did try a couple of them out, and she really liked it and she can't wait to get started. I will tell you that. She's pretty excited. She does ask me every other day, are we ready for school yet? I want to play some games. So, one thing for preschoolers is, you don't really have to do a lot with them, just play. And so my goal is 30 minutes max a day that we are going to do school. And it's not really even doing school. It's just, a curriculum. I'm just going to see where she is and do the lesson. And then we're going to play. And then on Thursdays, we go to a co-op that's in our town, and Lucy is going to be taking preschool PE, which she actually did last year and she loved it. And then I signed her up this year for the preschool class. And I hope that that'll get her more into, learning more about preschool stuff. And so hopefully that will be a good thing for her. And then on Fridays, she's not going to do anything unless she wants to. I'm not going to plan anything for Fridays. For my older daughter, we will do Friday lessons, but not on Fridays. It's very light. We don't do much. But for Lucy, I'm not going to do anything unless she wants to. If she wants to do something, she can come and do it. So that is my plan, which will probably change for her. I did last year, but doing preschool is new to me because my older daughter, when I started homeschooling, she was in the 2nd grade. So I didn't do the whole preschool and kindergarten and 1st grade with her. I only did 2nd grade and 3rd grade so far. And now we're going into 4th grade this year, which I'm pretty excited about. But anyway, so this is new to me. I tried some stuff out last year, so let me show you some of the games and activities that I got off of Amazon. So the first one I got it has animals in it. All the animals are all different. They're jungle animals. So there's elephants, lions, tigers, Actually, it looks like there's a sheep in there too. But anyway, so there's little bowls down here, and then there's little grabbers. And what they're going to do is they're going to, you know, classify all of the animals with their colored bowl. And they're going to count as they do it. And my daughter actually knows her colors very well. She knew her colors when she could talk. She picked it up very, very well. So she knows her colors very well. It's her counting. She can count to 10. Most of the time she skips 7, but she can't count much past 10. So I'm hoping that maybe we can do that this year, is get her on to counting, and the coloring thing she's pretty good at. So we're good there. Another thing that I got, and we did look through it, and it says 3+ on it, and I guess maybe for advanced 3-year-olds maybe, but my daughter struggled with it. But it's ABC puzzle cards. And so what they're going to do here is they're going to match the word with the picture. And we looked through this, and I tried a couple with her, so like when I got it, and she didn't get it very well, so that she struggled with this kind of hard. So I'm hoping that, you know, by working with this with her at least once a week, that we can move up and get her ready for kindergarten. The next thing that I got that we have not tried out yet, but I'm hoping that it'll help with her spelling. It's called a spelling game. So it comes with all of these wooden letters, and underneath the little card, you can't really see it in the video, but it shows the shape of the letter so that they can go and put the letters in, you know, match them with the shape, and then it tells you what the animal is. And so it says 2+, but I'm not really sure. We'll see how this one goes. Another one that I got that that we did try out, because she was really excited to try this one out, is the picnic baskets. So they basically get colored food. It does come with extra toy prizes as well, and they have to match like the basket with the food, and each basket has a number on it. And so you would put 1 of that fruit in the basket, and then for 2 you'd put 2 of that fruit in the basket. And it's super fun. And you know, it's a great little thing to do. So that is what I've got so far. I do plan on buying more, but most of what I bought, and I actually have one that I forgot to bring down here that's actually in my daughter's bedroom, because she actually likes to play with it, just regular, but it's alligators, and it's from the same learning resources. And basically the alligator head and the tail fit together, and they have the uppercase on one side and the lowercase on the other, and you fit it together to match them. She plays with it all the time, but not correctly, I should say. And I forgot that's up in her bedroom, because I actually bought it a couple years ago for her to play with, because she liked alligators. So I do plan on buying more. I like the learning resource games. They're very good to do with preschoolers. And, you know, one of the biggest things that you've got to remember about preschool and kindergarten is that they learn the best by playing. So if you can just play with them more than you're actually physically teaching them, they will learn way more. I mean, my daughter knows all of her colors, and it's mostly just because we color with her and we play with her, and we taught her those. And she learned them very, very quickly. I mean, she knew all of her colors by the time she was 2. So, I mean, you know, she does know very well. And the letters is hard for her. Like I said, she can count to 10, but the letters is kind of hard for her. So we're working on the letters this year. That's my main focus. So speaking of letters, I made my own extra thing for her to do for the preschool. I got a free one off of Google last year, which I liked, but I didn't like it as much. So I actually made my own this year, and and I put it in a little binder here for her, and it is called My Alphabet Book, if you can see that. And basically each letter has a page and an animal, and she is going to learn the animal, learn the letters, and then trace the upper and lowercase of each letter. And basically how I'm going to do this is in the curriculum for the good and the beautiful. She basically learns, you know, all of the letters as she goes through. So once she's mastered A, you know, we'll go to her alphabet book and we'll finish it up by tracing A and, you know, coloring the animal that goes with it. And, or we may start with that and say, hey, this week we're going to learn letter A. And then we'll go through the letter A. Now, I made this myself. And I actually, if you would like to look at it or see the digital download that I have for it, I will have a link for that in the description if you would like to see it, if you'd like to purchase it. And it is on my Etsy shop, which I just started actually a week ago for digital downloads. So I have some digital calendars, some homeschool planning, digital prints, all kinds of stuff. And I will link that down the bottom in the description for you to see and, you know, purchase and download yourself. And, so that is my plan for preschool this year for Lucy. And it's not much, but that is what it is. And, you know, preschoolers, they just like to play. And so, you know, and even on Tuesdays on our play day, I may even say to her, like, what would you like to play today? And we'll see where it goes. I mean, even board games are good. Like, she has a board game she got for her birthday it's a Hatchimals game, but it's all about matching and counting as you move around the board. And I mean, even if she wants to do that, we'll do that. Because the main thing that you need to know about homeschooling preschoolers is go with the flow. You know, teach them a few things, but don't put too much pressure on them, because I will tell you, I did kind of do that last year. Not pressure, but I did kind of give her, like, we got to do school today, and she wasn't in the mood. Take their cues. If they're not in the mood, they don't need to do it, because in most states, you do not even have to formally start schooling your children until the age of 7. I mean, they should know stuff by the time they're 7, but you do not actually have to start homeschooling them until they turn 7. So with that being said, in most states, preschool and kindergarten are completely voluntary. You don't have to put them in there at all. Even if you're a public school, you know, you do not have to do preschool or kindergarten. They are voluntary. So in North Carolina, I don't technically have to register her in the homeschool until she's 7, which will be first grade. So you don't really have to follow a plan, and, you know, you don't even have to have a curriculum for preschoolers. I got one just because I wanted her, I got one last year because she asked for it. She was like, well, I want to do school too. And so I got it for her, and she liked it. So I got her another one this year. But you don't even have to buy a preschool curriculum. You don't. If you don't want to do it, if you just want to play games like this until they get to like kindergarten, first grade, by all means, play some games, because the best way that especially the little ones learn is by play. That is it for this video. If you want to, you can subscribe to my channel, like this video. If you have any comments, anything you want to say, you can say it in the comments. I try to respond to every single person that comments. And if I don't, I'm sorry. It's not that I didn't, you know, I get kind of busy, but I do try to respond to everybody who asks me a question or comments on my videos. If you would like to follow along in our homeschool journey, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Little Blessed Homeschool. And I will also put in the link to my Etsy shop where I have some homeschool printables and digital downloads for preschool, kindergarten, and then I also have some planners and some other stuff too, some other fun stuff. So thanks for watching.